Komla Kluche. I am the presidential correspondent.
All right, so that was Kwesi Ahwoi, who is the senior brother, the Ahwoi family. So we are still here at the Jubilee House, the presidential gardens. More dignitaries, more politicians pour in to express their condolences and also lay a wreath in memory of our fallen heroes. We are still here at the Jubilee House. Not too long ago, Dr. Baumia was here together with the former Minister for Information, former Minister for Works and Housing, Kojo Opon Kroma. We also saw the former Minister, Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, Al-Hassan Tampuni. They, together with the former Vice President, were here a while ago. We have officials from the Flagstaff House. We see Madame Harrietta Bru Opon, who is the legal advisor to the President. We see Madame Bampo Atto, who is also a presidential staffer. They have been here since morning, together with the Chief of Staff, welcoming the top dignitaries who have come here and then bringing them to the location to come and lay wreaths here.
Officials of the YEA have just entered the perimeter and they will be laying their wreaths as well. They are led by CEO Mr. Malik Basintale. We also understand that some officials from GCB Bank are also around, led by their MD. So you'll be seeing them in your shots.
Right. I've seen the MD of GCB Bank. There in your shot, we see the CEO of the National Youth Authority, Malik Basintale, very, very close to Dr. Omaneboama, and also very close to Dr. Mutala Ibrahim. He has come here to also pay his last respect and share words of condolence and also lay a flower in memory of those who have lost their lives. We are still here at the presidential gardens in front of the Jubilee House. So there we have it. Malik Basintale, CEO of the National Youth Authority. He would also pay his respect to the fallen heroes. Quickly, we'll try to speak to him.
Please, you can go back.
Malik Basintale is the CEO of the National Youth Authority. Good afternoon to you, sir. And your few words in memory of those who are fallen.
All I can say is that they were great men who lived and died for this country, and it could happen to anyone. It's a tragic situation. We sincerely condole with their families. This of its kind has never happened in this country before, but we've got to take it that way. As a party and as a people of this country, we must learn from this, and we must take guide. I condole with the family. Not much will be said. All of them there are comrades, and this reminds us that we all have a place to go. We must remember to love one another and stay united and pray for one another. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO of the National Youth Authority, Malik Basintale. National Youth Agency, I beg your pardon, Malik Basintale, a while ago laying a wreath and also sharing some few words to the media. We see also in your shot a team from the GCB Bank, led by the managing director. He's also going to be laying a bouquet on behalf of GCB Bank. There you see in your shot the managing director of GCB Bank laying a wreath in memory of those we mourn as a country. That's the CEO, Mr. Farhan, bowing to these gallant men who lost their lives serving Mother Ghana. Quickly, I will try to speak to the CEO of the managing director of GCB Bank. Good afternoon to you, sir. Some few words.
You're live on TV3. Few words about the fallen heroes.
It's tragic. The entire country is mourning, and we as the biggest bank in the country are here to mourn with the entire country. Some of the fallen heroes have personal relationships with many of us. So this is a very tragic moment for the entire country. We pray that the good Lord grants them his mercy. He allowed this to happen, and we can only pray to him to grant them his mercy.
I mean, quite tragic that this may be. I know support for the family, would be a major thing government will be thinking about. Is there anything that GCB PLC probably maybe putting up in terms of a package for them? Leaving behind the families, even a flight attendant, most importantly. Is there anything that you would want to be putting together for the families?
Let's allow government to come out with something. Once government comes out, we would join them.
You talk about a personal relationship. You had any encounter with any of them?
Let's leave it there.
All right. Thank you very much. That's the managing director of GCB Bank PLC, Mr. Farhan Al Hassan. We are still here at the Jubilee House. We have officials from Ghana Gas. Officials from Ghana Gas, they are here to also pay respect and lay a flower here at the presidential gardens of the Jubilee House in remembrance and in memory of those who have fallen here. Quickly, we'll try and speak to the head of the delegation. Good afternoon to you. You want to share your words of condolence to the fallen heroes?
Yes. Today is a very sad day. Wednesday was sad. Yesterday was sad. Today is sadder. On behalf of Ghana Gas, I wish to express our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families, especially the widows and the children. We also express our deep condolence to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, and Her Excellency, Lodina Mahama, because it's a big loss for the whole country, and they being the leaders. We express our condolences directly to them and to the good people of Ghana. We are very sad, but God will see us through. Thank you.
Right. So in your line of duty, Ghana Gas, I know you do more of flying with choppers and what have you. Does this send any signal? Does it teach you any lessons moving forward?
Yes, it does. Indeed, last year we suffered the same fate, the same vessel, in fact. And so we are deeply reminded of what happened to our staff last year. But we trust in God, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of why this happened. And then we can learn from our mistakes and ensure that such a big tragedy will not befall us as a country anymore.
Thank you very much. from Ghana Gas, that team from Ghana Gas. We are still here. Let's speak to some more personalities who are here.
The nation in mourning our fallen heroes. In fact, they played their bit this afternoon. We want to commiserate with the family, extend our condolences to the entire nation and the families. We pray that this sort of tragedy should never befall the nation again.
What do you think should be the mood like in the country, not just in terms of mourning? I mean, this is one thing that the president has called for, that we should be united in this. But beyond this and going forward, it should not just be about the funeral alone. Deaths continue to happen. However, this is more tragic than one expected. How should it be with respect to the entire country?
Yeah, much as we are mourning, we should also remember to learn how to forgive and live at peace with each other, and then unite as a nation and forge forward.
All right. What was the relationship like between the defense minister? I know you are with the Ministry of Defense, though, even though you are really attached to the Ghana Boundary Commission.
Yeah.
What was the persona of Dr. Omani Boama like within the defense setup?
The defense, in fact, we work hand in hand. I've been seconded for the military under the Ministry of Defense. We work hand in hand. When we are going on our duties outside, particularly at the boundaries, we solicit help from the Defense Ministry, where soldiers are attached to us for security, and then all other needs in the various regions, we get it from the Ministry of Defense.
All right, many thanks.
All right, thank you very much. So that was the Director General of the Ghana Boundaries, Commissioner General of the Ghana Boundaries Commission. He is also here laying a wreath and also paying some respect to the fallen heroes. We are still here at the forecourt of the Jubilee House. We're speaking to statesmen, we're speaking to politicians, we're speaking to businessmen, we're speaking to persons from Ghana's banking industry, the insurance industry, who have poured in their numbers to share words of condolences, words of comfort to the bereaved family. They've also come to lay wreaths. Not too long ago, we spoke to Mr. Kwesi Ahwoi, who is a stalwart in the NDC party, groomed a lot of the young politicians we see today. He was telling us how he managed to convince Dr. Omani Boama to join the ruling NDC because he was convinced that that was the best thing for him. Not too long ago, he himself was here to pay respect and also share some words of condolence. We are still here. Quickly, let me speak to this lady who is joining me. Good afternoon to you. My name is Morris. What's your name?
Felicity Nelson. Most people would know me from I was one of the Stop Galamsey protesters. So yeah.
All right. So what will be your words for these fallen heroes, and why are you here?
I'm here because this has been such a distressing time. I think that if you look at someone like Honorable Dr. Omani Boama, he was such an asset to this country. This is a man who was extremely dedicated to this country, was committed. He wanted to do the right thing. You know, if you see as he's rose through the political ranks, he's always been someone who stood for something. And I'm extremely encouraged by him. And, you know, Honorable Mutala was actually a personal friend. He was extremely encouraging of my, Stop Galamsey, all my advocacy work. He was someone who would always send me kind words, tell me to keep it up. And he was very encouraging. I think that I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to see it for myself, and it's extremely disheartening time for myself and for the country. We've lost Yashre Adiankasa. I think that's the best way to say it. Yashre Adiapa in Kofomu here. People who matter, people who cared about Ghana. You know, a lot of the time we think, oh, a lot of politicians don't care, but these are ones that anybody can testify to the fact that they cared about Ghana deeply and they wanted to do the right thing.
So you are an advocate for against illegal mining.
Absolutely.
Will you say that this particular incident now changes the focus of what we should be doing as a country in the fight against illegal mining?
I don't think it changes the focus. I think that if anything, it kind of exemplifies the fact that it's urgent. It's something we need to deal with immediately. You know, if it had been dealt with previously, these men wouldn't probably be dead right now. So if anything, it should encourage us to be more urgent in our action and more decisive in how we're going to be dealing with it moving forward. But the fact is, even the program they were going to was actually a program to actually find ways to let the illegal miners to find a better way for them to make money. So this was a noble action that they were taking, and you know, they've lost their lives.
Thank you very much. That's an activist. Stop Galamsey. We listened to not too long ago. We will try to speak to some more. We see in your shot the ambassador Suriname to Ghana. In your shot there, trying to also be part of our, mourning. Ghana is mourning for 3 days, and she has also come here to also present a flower to these men who died in line of duty. Quickly, we would like to speak to her and also listen to her on what she will be saying. We are still here at the presidential garden. Quickly, let's listen to the ambassador Suriname to Ghana. Good afternoon to you, ma'am. Your name, you are live on Ghana television.
Well, Ghana, I want to express my sympathy. The cause of this tragedy, we had it in my country too, not with a plane crash, but where Galamsey people were working. 16 young people died about 2 years ago. So I feel it because it's a tragedy because they were going to do a good work for the environment, for the good people of Ghana and the world. Because whatever you do in the world space, it has impacts on others' life. So I hope this work positively for humanity, that because I know none of them wanted to end up like this. They wanted to do that job and to fulfill their duty for their beloved country and the world we are living in. So my deepest condolences on behalf of my president, Madame Jennifer Geerling-Simons, and my Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Melvin Bouva, and the people of Suriname, because we deal with Galamsey as well in tribal communities. If you go to that, the same solution that Ghana wants, it's what we want in our country too. So we feel with you, and I'm very emotional at this moment, so please permit me to stop, and I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. That's the ambassador of Suriname to Ghana. In a while ago. Quickly, we'll speak to the Deputy Chief Executive of the National Identification Authority, Alhaji Nashiru. He has been here for roughly the past 30 minutes, monitoring events and also coming to present his flower on behalf of the National Identification Authority. Good afternoon to you, Alhaji. These are colleagues you worked with. These are party communicators, and yourself a communicator of the party. What will you say Ghana has lost, your party has lost?
Well, it's humbling, very humbling, because to the party we've lost a great asset in all of them, including the service personnel, the military people. Our president has lost assets. I mean, these are people we can always follow at any point in time for fresh ideas, for innovations, and we get things passed through. I had the opportunity of working with Murtala, the Ministry of Trade and Industry. I can vouch anywhere, incorruptible. I work with Alhaji Limuna in the immediate past campaign where we both served as executives of the National Zongo Caucus. He did a lot to ensure we come back to power. Ahwoi, I got to his constituency in the evening. I complained of tiredness. He said, no, we still have some job to do. He took me to some strategic places where he wanted the people to be talked to. Sabo Sapon is someone I report myself to anytime I get to Ashanti region for the necessary guidance. And so, I mean, you can say it. Dr. Manibuama, brain power. I mean, I'm short for words. This is something that I don't know how long it will take us to overcome. As humbling as it is also a wake-up call for all to understand the fact that at any given opportunity, when you have the chance, contribute, because you might not know when the curtains will be drawn. So contribute, just like they've all done. I mean, any given opportunity, they have contributed to our great party, the NDC. They have contributed to Mother Ghana, and they are contributing to the success that we are all, proud of this 6 or 7 month old His Excellency John Dramani Mahama NDC administration. So that is the magnitude of the loss. But as I said earlier on, it's a wake-up call for us, the surviving ones. We will continue the struggle and make sure that their dreams are realized through our hard work in making Ghana a better place.
Any personal lessons? I mean, you are a young politician coming up. Any lessons you learned? These were also very young politicians who have served not too long, but they've made some impact, which all of us remember them for.
Well, the personal lesson I would say is the fact that I have at the back of my mind to complete an entire book, memoirs. I mean, the great deal of experience that somebody like Omanibuama comes with, if we should have a memoir of, let's say, 5 pages, it's going to go a long way to shape the ideas of young and upcoming politicians. Just so with Alhaji Limuna, Dr. Sapon, and all of them. So my lesson is that, look, let's all work towards leaving something that will shape the future of our party, to shape the future of our country, and shape the future of the young generation who find politics as a place to go. So, I mean, that is my point. Let's work towards at least leaving memoirs at any point in time. It's going to help.
Thank you very much. Alhaji Nashiru is a deputy CEO of the National Identification Authority. Quickly, we'll speak to the legal advisor to the president, Madam Brew Opon Apia.
You are the legal counsel to the president. I know it's really emotionally traumatizing for him. In times like this, in this final last term of his administration, he's made a strong point that young people should have a major role to play in his administration. To be struck by this, what is running through the mind of the president? Losing these young people. I saw the emotions. I mean, right on his face, how he expressed it yesterday, and also he continues to do so. But what is running through his mind with respect to how this trusted, and I'm using trusted advisedly, because of the positions that these young people hold in his administration? What is running through his mind?
Well, the president is in pain that his appointees, people who were so close to him, because as you are aware, Dr. Mani, Muniru, Mutala, even Samuel Sapong were very close to him. And for him to lose them in such circumstances, you can imagine what is running through his mind is, I mean, why? Why should this happen? I mean, we don't have the answers. But it's not easy for him. But he's a president. He'll continue to lead us, and we'll get over this. Tough as it may, difficult as it may, he's our president, and he will continue to lead us through this.
To the extent that they were on a major assignment to fight one serious canker that has befallen this country, the issue of Galamsey. How does this issue, Jenny calls people are making that he should be more stern when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. What is his thinking about this as of now?
Well, I can't tell you what the president is thinking about this now, but what I can say is that the fight against Galamsey has always been one that is at the forefront of the president's agenda. Otherwise, you wouldn't have senior officials going on this trip to go and deal with this issue. So it's always at the forefront. It has been at the forefront. It will continue to remain at the front of the president's agenda.
All right. Many thanks. That's the legal counsel to...
All right, so that was legal counsel to the president, Madam Marietta Brew Opong. We see in your shot reps from the Volta River Authority. They've come to lay their flower and also pay respect to the fallen heroes. You see in your shot, led by the chief executive of the Volta River Authority there. We'll quickly, try to speak to some of them. Right. Good afternoon to you, sir. You want to share your words of condolence to these heroes we mourn today?
I'll say that's a very dark days that we as a country are going through. These are very patriotic citizens, very nice gentlemen, hard-working citizens of the country that we've lost. As we know, every nation's capital is the human capital, and it's going to be very difficult to replace such unique people. As VRA, we are here to commiserate with the families and also to show our support for the bereaved families, and also to say that we're also here to support them in any way possible that we think we can. And also on behalf of the whole VRA, we are also bereaving the government, that is the president and his able vice president. We are here to support them in all that they are doing.
Any message for the bereaved families, for that matter, the entirety of Ghana?
We say that it's God who knows what is good for all of us. God gives and God takes from us. But all the same, we say that they should keep faith and know that the whole country is behind them. We'll support them throughout what they are doing. They are not going to bear the pain alone. We are bearing the pain with them. As heavy as it is, we are here to support them, and we say that God should give them a peace, console them. We know that at the right time, everything will be fine for all of us.
Thank you very much. Okay, so quickly we also speak to the former Director of Corporate Affairs,
the Deputy Chief
Executive
in charge of service
of the Volta River Authority. I mean, you are into politics, really, so you might have come across any of these we mourn today. You want to share any moments of encounter?
I want to share something interesting. Just a week before this incident happened, I happened to be in a program, and one of the speakers for that program was Dr. Edward Omaniboama. Very powerful delivery, as always. Anytime he speaks a lot of sense. And when he spoke, I hadn't actually spoken in that conference, asked a question or anything, but because he spoke and he struck a chord, I actually responded and made a few great comments to that program. Just about a week later, he's no more. You want to know, on Saturday when I attended a funeral at State House, I was sitting right behind Dr. Samuel Sapon after I had greeted him. A few days later, we hear the bad news. Now, what is even heavier for me is that I was on the same stage speaking at a conference at the International Conference Center organized by UNESCO and Co. And I spoke, a scientist came to speak, and the next person who spoke, who was also the keynote speaker, was Dr. Murtala Mohammed. Less than 24 hours, I was with him, and then less than 24 hours later, I hear that this tragic incident has happened. The story goes on and on, but these are my brothers, my friends, and great people who have worked so hard for this nation. It's a tough call. I know. We keep believing, but we also pledge our support, especially on behalf of the Volta River Authority. We pledge our support in any way possible.
Thank you very much. As a member of that delegation, grieving family. So there you have the National Executive Association
You're still watching GBC News, and this is our special package on day 2 of the 3 days national mourning declared by President John Dramani Mahama to honor our fallen compatriots. Well, you've been watching scenes from the ceremonial grounds of the presidency, and as we all know, these 8 people were on board a Gulf helicopter that crashed at Sikaman in the Adansi area of the Ashanti region on Wednesday, August 6. Those who perished, all the 8 who perished in the tragic incident included 2 cabinet ministers who were Dr. Edward Omaniboama, Defense Minister, Alhaji Dr. Murtala Mohammed, Environment Minister, 3 servicemen and other people. We cross over to the ceremonial grounds, and the team is standing by with more information.
Thank you very much. And so that was the national president of the association.
So we now bring you pictures from yesterday's flower and wreath laying event.
Ghana's seat of government fell silent as the nation began 3 days of mourning following the tragic military helicopter crash that claimed 8 lives including 2 cabinet ministers and other senior public servants. The ceremonial
is here. We've been here since morning. We've been observing the many personalities who have come here. Any highlights for you?
I think for me, it's any time any of the young MPs, the young ministers come around. No, we know some very vocal MPs, and we know some very stern gentlemen who we have seen on national television totally breaking and virtually unraveling in front of the nation. Yesterday, the Chief of Staff was one of such gentlemen. Yesterday, His Excellency the President, the father of the country, was one such person. Today, I saw a part of the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa that I haven't seen before, visibly very shaken when he was granting that interview to the team of media personnel, just recounting how much of a brother, especially Dr. Omaniboama, is to him. And for a lot of them, it's still very difficult to refer to them in the past tense, because just yesterday, just the day before that, just a week before, they had all been talking to them, and you can tell how loved they were. And I know that a lot of the focus is on the public servants who were on this team, but then the crew of the Air Force as well. We talked to the Ghana Boundary Commission, and one of their officials was telling me how closely the Ghana Boundary Commission works with the Ghana Air Force in the manning of our borders. And when they are going on their inspections, some of these Air Force officers are the ones who fly them to and from different parts of the country to perform their duties and their functions as well. And so they came, yes, to mourn with the public figures that have been lost, but especially also for the young lives that have been cut short in this tragedy. We're expecting in perhaps the next few minutes the ECOWAS leader to be here, President of Sierra Leone. We are told that he may be coming around 4, but until he arrives, more groups and individuals continue to come here to the ceremonial gardens at Jubilee House to pay their respects.
We also saw a while ago Sam George break down uncontrollably in tears after he laid the wreath, spoke to the media. He just couldn't help it. I saw him enter the Jubilee House proper. He came back, and even on his way, he was visibly, crying because really those some of those who have died were people who were very close to him, people he worked with directly.
Okay, so I believe that we are seeing some more dignitaries arriving. We've been expecting the ECOWAS Commission to make an appearance on behalf of the economic community of West African states. And I want to believe that the delegation we are seeing now would shortly be followed by the ECOWAS team. For now, Telesel, officials of Telesel are here, and they are also about to, pay homage, share their respects, and perhaps if we have the opportunity, we may get a few words from some of the leading figures of the delegation. Ghana is mourning these 8 whose lives were tragically cut short on Wednesday, and Telesel, officials of Telesel have joined the teeming numbers of mourning Ghanaians who have come to leave some flowers and candles here at the ceremonial gardens of Jubilee House. The team from Telesel is taking a bow now in front of the memorial banner. We're seeing Telesel now. A lot of activity happening on the square. We are getting information that another key member of the New Patriotic Party is about to also pay his respects to the victims of last Wednesday's accident. On your screen now, we are seeing officials of Telesel who have just come to also share their respects. And they are ready now to make a statement. Welcome, Telesel, to the grounds. A somber moment indeed. What can you share at this time?
We are here, employees and management of Telesel Ghana, to commiserate with government, with the families, for what we all know has happened. It is a big blow to us. Most of the people involved were also people who worked with our business, directly or indirectly. The Minister of Defense was our former Minister of Communication. He worked closely with us during his term of office. And so for us, this is a tragic moment. It is a big loss for us. And we would like, on behalf of Telesel Group and Telesel Ghana, to say may their souls rest in perfect peace, and our deepest condolences to the family.
Thank you. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Telesel is a key partner indeed in communications, and as you are aware, the Minister for Defense served as a Minister Deputy for Communications, and he was also Dr. Murtala Ibrahim was also into communications as well as in his tenure as a minister. Now on your screens we are seeing the ECOWAS Commission, who have also arrived to also share some respectful moments for Ghanaians, for whose sake we are all gathered here today. This wreath has been laid from the President of the ECOWAS Commission and staff in loving memory of the victims of the crash of 6th August 2025. A somber moment as the wreath for the ECOWAS Commission has now been laid, and we'll have the opportunity to see some more wreaths being laid, and we're seeing more people coming up to have a turn at the memorial grounds. The running mate of the NPP in the 2024 election, former Energy Minister, former Education Minister, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, is around, and he will shortly be taking his opportunity to pay his respects to the men that we are here to honor and celebrate today. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh now, the running mate of the NPP in the 2024 general election. He has just laid his bouquet in honor of his colleagues and the officers who died. Dr. Matthew, please, we'll hear your words now.
Excuse me, please.
Please, go back school. Please go back school.
Guys, please calm down. Let's
Right,
go
and
back.
so-
Allow the man.
Now we can talk.
I think we all know what has happened. Today will be recorded in the annals of Ghana history that the ultimate sacrifice has been paid by noble public servants of this country. This is a time of national grief, and I came here to pay my respects to Dr. Omanibuama, a junior colleague in medicine, a friend, and a brother. Dr. Muntala, a very, very close friend indeed. We were so close that even in the heat of a battle of election, we spoke almost every other day, comparing notes and wishing for ourselves the Ghana that we all want to help build. Mr. Samuel Sapon is probably the only KMA mayor in the last 25 years whose tenure I attended every single KMA program that MPs were invited. He was a very, very good friend and somebody we shared lots with. For all these, plus other noble servants of Ghana, life to be perished, all I can say that we politicians must understand that the work we do day in and day out should inure to the ordinary citizens of this country. The welfare and the well-being of the average Ghanaian should be something that we strive for every day. If this can happen, such senior persons on the pursuit of something noble for citizens, then it can happen to everybody. Then it can't happen to everybody. So I wish their families in these times, very soon, all the celebrations and the mourning will be off. It will be left to individual women who were married to these gentlemen to grieve together with their children. And that is the time Ghana should show that it won't never forget today. And we should cater for and look after the children and the wives of these noble Ghanaians who perished in the line of duty. But likewise, we politicians must not let Ghanaians feel that we only care for ourselves and that we are putting in place things to make sure that whoever this happens to in this country will be also looked after and have hope for the betterment of Ghana and the hope in the future of this country. Thank you.
All right, so
thank you very much. Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh has just spoken to the media, and he has stressed the need for every single Ghanaian to be accorded the same honors, the same respect in case of such tragedies should the unfortunate happen. He wants us to keep the families who will continue this mourning period long after the burial service in our thoughts and prayers. And again, we'll still see more dignitaries showing up to pay their respects to these men that we celebrate today. And of course, as we told you before, we had the opportunity to see a wreath being laid on behalf of the ECOWAS Commission. And we'll take the words now. Sir, thank you for making time. This is Ghana Television. We'll take kind words from you. Please introduce yourselves to our viewers and then let's have your word.
Okay, I'm Ambassador Mohamed Lawan Ghana. I'm the ECOWAS resident representative in Ghana. I'm here to stand with Ghana on this national tragedy that happened. You know, we're all deeply touched by the loss of illustrious sons of Ghana and also key ministers of defense and environment. We are working closely with Ghana, as you know, on issues of regional peace and security. And we felt this is a great loss, not only to Ghana, but to the entire West African region. So we pray for the repose of their souls and also for God Almighty to give the families of the bereaved the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We are very happy that you shared those thoughts with us. Speaking on behalf of the ECOWAS Commission, the President of the ECOWAS Commission and the staff have laid a wreath. Next, the Energy Commission will lay a wreath on behalf of the 8 that we have lost. Like we keep saying, more and more people have come to pay their respects, and now MDPI has also come to take a turn. Prof, thank you for making time. As difficult as it is, what words could you share?
This is a tragedy, as everybody is putting it. For me, I was at the Flag Fair for the orientation for all CEOs and Director Generals. And then if you take the case of Omane Boma, he took us through orientation on how to communicate as a political person and so on and so forth. I still remember quite a number of fond memories that I share with Murtala Mohammed, down to earth, very respectful. Omar Boma and the many others, you know. These are great guys, gallant guys serving their country in their respective capacities. It's just unfortunate, you know. We all know that there's death and everybody will die, but this wasn't how I expected them to go. So for me, this is a national day of mourning. I'm very sad at the moment. Yeah.
Thank you and the team for putting in an appearance, and we'll continue to monitor all the tributes that keep coming in. Thank you, MDPI, for your time with us this afternoon. We are still live at the Jubilee House ceremonial gardens, and very shortly the flag bearer of the CPP, you're seeing her in your view now in the 2024 general election, is laying her bouquet in memoriam. The flag bearer of the CPP in the 2024 general election. Ma'am, thank you for joining us here on GBC News. It's indeed a difficult time, perhaps for some of you more than some of us. What are your memories? What are your thoughts at the moment?
What do you have to say? Omani is like a son to me. I am supposed to be the mother of Nooks. That's an award I won when Omani was the president of Nooks. So this is a very difficult time. Most especially, coincidentally, on the day that he died, I had gone there at 5:30 to see him. I had written a letter to him regarding the Boko issue, and had pleaded in the letter that the women, since it was ending at 2, whether they could put something in place for the women, especially those who couldn't work after 2 o'clock, as they did for the COVID. So I had gone there to ask him for what was going on. And then I was told that he wasn't going to be there until the following morning. So the following morning, I was dressed going there, waiting to go there. I was going there and I heard, it's hard. Omani is a son to me. It's a son to me. So, may they rest in peace, all of them. And for Mutaka, I mean, it's difficult, especially if you know them personally. And because I knew him when he was young in school, because I knew them when they were Omani or Abrakwa, all of them had been like children to me during the Caring Kids era. The calls I've had from the young people around all over the country, all over the world, trying to find out, oh, Nana, your son is gone, your son is gone. It's really sad. I know they were doing their duty for the country. This is so sad. And for me, I want to tell everybody who is in power today that this is a reminder to all of us that we are here for a purpose. Let's work for the people of this country. And let's do our best. Because one day you are here, the next you are not.
Thank you so much, Nana, for speaking to us. The chair, the flag bearer for the CPP, the Convention People's Party, in the 2024 general election, has just spoken to us. MP Paul Chumberima is now paying his respects to his comrades. MP Paul Chumberima is paying his respects to his friends.
Because having been with you in Parliament, I know the relationship between you, the middle benches, back benches, the MPP side and him, but especially how close you were with Murtala especially.
You know, on Wednesday, our last chat was at 9:54 a.m. I don't know whether he was on board, whether it was about boarding, I can't tell. And the conversation is, bro, I meet you 4 p.m. where? At my office. See you. Only for me to be told at 12 midday that he's no more. This cannot be. Totally. This is difficult. What did I say? As humans and as Ghanaians, we should take some clue from this. It's no more politics. It's about life. It doesn't matter how well you live, whether good health, whether exercising. You owe death, and one day to come after you. We should not play politics with this. But let's use this opportunity to unite as a country. Forge ahead and look at the development. Difficult time. And may his perfect soul rest in perfect peace. Omani Bama was my senior at Port John Secondary School as well. Great mind. I mean, very intelligent. Even though I don't have personal relationship, but from afar, everybody says good thing about him. But for Murtala, he was like a brother.
Yeah.
We eat, we drink, we do everything together. I don't know what Edward Baba will be doing by now, whether he can stand it or not.
He's been broken, I know. Many thanks, Paul. I do know.
Thank you so much. The family of...
Hi, this is GBC Client Service.
Hello, thank you for calling.
GBC provides you the platform to amplify your brand reach. When you advertise on our 7 TV channels
and 18 regional and district radio stations across the country.
Please reach our sales department at sales@gbcghanaonline.com and telephone numbers 0303 959604 and 0303 959605.
For all customer care issues, reach us by email care@gbcghanaonline.com and on telephone 030-3959-605 and 030-3959-606.
GBC, still the most authentic voice.
Trusted voice of Ghana. Authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلونا أينا أحسن عملا. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh, viewers. Welcome to your own source of information and current affairs show, Islam and Life on GTV. Today, our nation is mourning. A tragic helicopter crash has claimed the lives of our defense minister and environment minister and also other prominent personalities in the nation, returning them suddenly to their Lord without prior notice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, every soul shall taste death. Death comes without warning, it comes without notice to leaders and ordinary people alike. Today, we are also joining the nation to mourn the departure of our beloved, and then we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have mercy on them and to grant them Jannah.